Yes, it's another beautiful day to talk football like we'd always do here. You're welcome. This is Scrutiny, where passion meets purpose. And today we are going to be discussing the matches that happened yesterday in the UEFA Champions League. Beautiful, beautiful moments. Very, very wonderful, fantastic goals. And the players that you expected, some came to the party, some did not come to the party. I'm not here alone in the studio. I have my people here as usual. And we are going to be serving you a very wonderful dish that you would always love to enjoy. Quickly, yesterday when the match started or before the match started, when we saw the lineup, the team sheet. For me, I was surprised that Mohamed Salah was on the team sheet. Mide, were you surprised too?
I was not surprised because let's look at what Salah has actually done this season. He has not been there. He has been so meh in terms of form, in terms of output, and this is something that is a should I say a minus, because once Salah is not doing his thing, Liverpool is not doing their best too. So for somebody that contributed over 70% of Liverpool's goal last season, then it is something that they are worried about. So I think the manager was like, okay, I started him in the big one against Manchester City, the last game. Maybe it's time for me to try something else, not just trying one thing in 100 times and expecting different results. Now he's trying to say, okay, let me try another thing and let's see if it will work out. But for me, the most important thing is that not even the Salah exclusion now, that is even more surprising. I think I'm even more surprised by the way and manner he approached that game and his strategy. So that was a shocker for me.
Elizabeth, were you surprised with the fact that Salah did not make the starting 11?
Well, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised because Salah has not been that Salah we've known him to be. He has been consistent in the last 7 to 6 years for Liverpool. And then yesterday, this season actually, he has not been that Salah. So for yesterday's game, I felt like the approach he wanted to play, Salah would not have fit into that starting 11. I mean, he went with a back five, a three center backs at the back, and then wing back doing all of that. And with Salah's age, his form right now, I don't think he fits into that. So looking at his lineup, I don't think I was okay with it. Salah not being, being in the starting sheet.
Well, if you look at the contributions of these players this season so far, you look at Mohamed Salah, you look at Ekitike, Florian Wirtz, Dominic Szoboszlai, or whatever his name is called. The only player that has actually outscored Salah this season is Ugo Ekitike. And the players that he played yesterday in front, Florian Wirtz and Ugo Ekitike, they did not deliver. Did you expect that at any point in the match, Salah should have actually come in to probably do something in that match?
Salah. Yeah, well, like Elizabeth said, Salah coming into that game yesterday wouldn't have done anything. In my own opinion.
You believe he would have done anything?
He would have done because of the setup. Salah is not overly a bad player overnight. He's still a good player.
Should Arne Slot have stuck with that setup? Because it was definitely not working.
It was not working. I expected him to have changed his tactics coming into the second half.
Exactly. That was what I was expecting.
You already considered a goal in the first half. What is the next approach? And then one thing for PSG is that they will always be open up in their defense, because their defense is not solid and their style of play is high intensity. So definitely there will be spaces. There will be spaces
system,
for them to penetrate. So I expected him to have changed his tactics back into a back four. And even they were more even open in the midfield. Even as to him changing that formation to a back five, it was really open for them. Go with your formation, get a Salah there. Salah's experience, you cannot downplay it any day, anytime. So I expected him to have changed his approach in the second half, brought in a Salah. Probably let's see a magic.
Another thing I want to add to what Lizzie said, if you look at that starting level for Liverpool, in that middle of the pack, where Liverpool, it used to be Liverpool's strength back in the day with the Fabinhos, with Wijnaldum, with Henderson and the rest.
Yeah.
Now look at what we have in that is a lightweight midfield.
Too light.
It's too light. McAllister, Gravenberch. Gravenberch is the only player that can, in a way, probably defensively can actually say
contribute.
And he's not
even strong defensively.
Exactly, he's not even a proper defender. To
defensive midfielder.
And defender, like to defend, to screen that defense. Now we have Szoboszlai. These are players that are much more attacking. in nature. So, having that, and if you want to play a PSG team that prides itself on its unique midfield, you look at the profile in that their midfield. You have your Neves, a very tireless runner, box to box, number 8, and you have Vitinha, the controller, the tempo setter, and you have Sam Emery too. A very creative, yet it might actually one thing about I've noticed about this PSG's midfield is that they look like they are technicians, but they might actually look small or maybe look like, but they are monsters when it comes to defensive actions. They counter press, they lead that counter press, and that was what Liverpool lacked during the days of Salah, the glorious days of Salah, Mane, and Firmino, when they were on their team. It was these guys in the middle that was mopping up the job. They have no other thing that they don't contribute in attack, but what they lack in attacking impetus, they have the more than
to run.
Exactly. They gave the attacking players the luxury of stay in your position, do your thing, and let us take care of the rest.
Quickly, let's look at one player that actually gave a master class yesterday. Vitinha, you already mentioned him. He had 132 completed passes yesterday. In the whole history of playing football, you understand? Only twice have a player completed more than 130 passes. And those 2 occasions have been from Vitinha. First against Aston Villa in 2024, 147 completed passes. Yesterday against Liverpool, 132 passes. Solid. Now, the irony of it was that the whole of Liverpool team, can you guess how many passes they completed?
100 plus.
167 passes.
Oh my goodness, I haven't get my
The whole of Liverpool team completed just 167 passes. Why just one single player for PSG completed 132 passes? It shows how bad Liverpool were yesterday. They were
non-existent.
They were totally annihilated.
It was so Arne Slot who didn't know what he was doing.
Mide, let me make you happy small. Sometimes you want to reveal yourself in beautiful defeat.
Yes.
I think I want to give kudos to Chelsea. Chelsea were defeated.
No,
but they never gave PSG.
Damola, please. On that note, I want to say, for
Chelsea,
me,
I'm sorry.
Chelsea.
In fact, I'm also sorry.
At Chelsea, our standard is very high. We will not, polish. We will not polish. No. We will not polish. It was a bad day at the office.
Yes.
Agreed.
But prior to 76 something minutes in that game,
yes,
Chelsea were better.
In fact,
it was an end-to-end game.
The way Lucho and the players celebrated that win 5-2 because they never expected it to go, because
even when Chelsea lost 3-0 at home,
yes,
they were not this bad.
It was not
they were going forward.
Despite the fact that we had deficit, Chelsea was still
there was still an identity of attacking.
Exactly. Chelsea was still going against this team. Everything was just flat for Liverpool. Let me give
another very, very disgraceful stat.
Very annoying.
Liverpool did not have one shot on target yesterday.
They had 3 shots.
3 attempts.
I said on target.
I said 3 shots. Now compare that to PSG. PSG had a total of 18 shots. And out of that 18 shots, they had 6 on target.
Can you compare this?
They hit the woodwork once out of that 6. And out of that, in 6 on target, they had 2 inside.
It could have easily been 5-0 yesterday.
Yes, it was actually a 5-0 game yesterday. It was just like, that Chelsea PSG game was more like, PSG having that memory of World Club Cup at the back of their mind. That we have to do. So it was a job. They had one job
to do
against Chelsea. So yesterday, if PSG had played the way they played against Liverpool against Chelsea in the first leg of their round 16. It would have been a demolition job for them, because Chelsea would have actually battered them. They completely played the game in second year, all game. They were not even at their best, yet it was like...
Yesterday we were talking about 15th loss of the season for Liverpool. Now confirmed 16 losses in a season for Liverpool.
Just 2 matches of Liverpool stature.
Just 2 matches left, and you will break Brendan Rodgers' record of 18 losses in a season. Elizabeth, what should we say concerning Arne Slot right now?
In fact, I come here yesterday, the defense Slot say I'm a fan.
Right
now, I'm no longer a fan. Arne Slot, what are you doing? Of course, credit to PSG's total dominance yesterday in that game. They did excellently well. The goals they conceded, they scored was, brilliant, top notch. I mean, look at that pass from Neves to Kvaratskhelia. It was solid. I mean, let's
He was
look
just
at
cutting them to like
Konate.
hot knife through butter.
See,
But
Mama,
it was
really
too
now.
easy. Too easy.
was-
And that
in
is something
fact,
that I would
could
never.
not-
I never thought a day will come that I will see a Liverpool team, so embarrassed.
Me, do you know what?
See, there
When
were
I
days that you will not. Sorry, there were days that you will lose games. Chelsea lost against this place in an embarrassing fashion. But even if the result
In
is not
fact,
good, the
we are still
performance.
giving them credit.
The performance should speak like okay, the boys gave it their best. It was something that they fine.
Me
But
dey-
having that kind of performance,
Do you know one thing? When I
Yes, you
saw
would,
that
actually.
goal, when I saw that Kvaratskhelia movement, it was as if I was seeing a PS. Because it was looking like a FIFA. It was not
looking like-
looking real. And
It's as a
one person,
console.
Kvaratskhelia, move past Konate, move past Garenberg, get to Majavili,
Liverpool
cut
has
him out,
been
and then
dog
fire that
shit this
shot.
season.
That
I've
was.
been
It looks too unreal for me.
Let's round it up. Is Van Dijk past his prime?
It's well and the for me, I think the law of
That guy is just 34
that
years.
is
That guy is just
the
34
law of
That guy is
Like-
just, he's just 34 years old.
Not like
see,
it's past his
law of
prime.
diminishing return has kicked in. Let's just accept that fact. Now, it's well and over. Let us just agree that yes, he has done well. He's a good defender in his prime, but now that prime is not priming.
I will not say, yes, he's no longer that Van Dijk. But let's not forget that.
It's not like that. You have already agreed that it's past his prime.
But Liverpool as a whole, they are not playing well. And then if you see, after the match yesterday, it was asked about the second leg and all of that. A normal Van Dijk will tell you that we have something to show for at Anfield. But he could not even say anything as anything promising, anything convincing that come second leg, we can show up, we can
No,
do something
no,
at
sorry,
Anfield.
Damola.
That's a testament of how
Okay.
down the team is as a whole, not
As you-
just him.
Yes, now let me now put something to you, Elizabeth. This season, in 9 years, or should I say 9 years? I think he got there 2017.
Yeah.
So
Nine.
this is the ninth
Yes,
year.
sir.
In 9 years prior to this season, Van Dijk error leading to goal is just 3.
3.
This season, on his own, he has committed over 4 error
Errors
leading to goal.
That is down
That to
to
tell you that this guy is way past his prime.
It's
Now,
not-
let's
it's
not
not even
forget
about-
that that is down to the to the pressure the defense is receiving all through, because the attack is not pressing. If your attack is pressing well, there is little to no amount of pressure your defense will receive.
Well,
But are you saying it's the same, literally the same thing that won the league just last season? It was not like
Now,
it's
when
like,
they won
it was
the
like
league last
2
season,
or 3
ladies
how
and
seasons.
sharp was
gentlemen,
the attack?
please you can drop it in the comment section what you feel about this Van Dijk bro. As is Van Dijk past his prime? Well, for me, as far as I'm concerned, I feel like whatever Liverpool, £70 million, they've gotten their money worth on Van Dijk. Let's
Exactly.
just look at how they can
That's
sell
not
him.
enough.
One league titles,
Yes.
won the
Now,
Champions
let's
League,
just sell him to one club.
Carabao
even
Cup.
Ballon d'Or.
And cause
and
the
all.
losses. Finally, let me ask: have the players lost their trust in Arne Slot?
Even the players abroad said they don't have any belief in him again.
Obaton.
That's the truth. They don't have any belief in him again, because sometimes when you look at him, it is as if he doesn't know what he's doing with his
Damn.
style, with his approach, with his starting 11. Sometimes when people start shouting, drop Salah, drop Salah, drop Salah, he will drop Salah. He'll play for fun. Sometimes when people say, bring back Salah, he'll bring back Salah. Sometimes it looks as if he's just concerned about the noise from the outside.
He's
Can he just do what he's supposed to do as a coach?
He's
You are
simply out
there.
of his
He doesn't
depth.
even know what he's supposed to do as a
That's
coach.
what
He's
I'm
simply out of
saying.
his
He
depth.
doesn't know.
This season has actually proved that he's actually out of his depth. That last season was a fluke. I must say.
Mide is saying
It's
that
a fluke.
I'm not the one that said this. Liverpool fans.
I said it.
Mide said,
Yes.
and I quote, that last season was a fluke. In
On
fact,
evidence
apart
of
from-
this season.
I have said it multiple times here that
was
the
not
league
a
he won
fluke.
last season was Jogging Club's league. If Jogging Club had stayed at Liverpool, we would have won that league for Liverpool. Simple and
not a
straightforward.
fluke.
Quickly, let's look at Barcelona versus Atletico Madrid. I mentioned here yesterday that Atletico Madrid have not found it funny going away in the Champions League.
Yes.
Out of 6 or 7 matches, they've only won 1, which was against PSV. Yesterday, going to Camp Nou, they've not even had beautiful travels at the Camp Nou. Most Barcelona had the better edge. But yesterday, surprise, Atletico Madrid won.
Yes.
Up Simeone.
And to kick off on that one, Simeone, congratulations, you made the first win as an Atletico Madrid manager at Camp Nou.
That was his
First
first
time.
win.
2006, yes. Since
That was his
2006.
first win
Yes.
at the Camp Nou.
Yeah.
Yes, since he's got the job. That's the first time. You are asking me why did you run? Why no go run? That one for you.
Yes, I saw him
Of course,
in the match. He ran
he
into
needs
the
to
tunnel.
celebrate.
You
needs
go
to
in like that.
celebrate.
Don't go on show yourself. That one for you. So
needs to
back
celebrate.
to the game. It was a game of. It was actually a shocker for me. Everything went wrong for Barca.
I wasn't expecting it.
Everything went wrong. Just like a few days ago, or should I say a week or two ago, when we were talking about Barcelona. What was wrong? What was going through the head of this guy?
Kubasi, yeah.
You had no right. No. If at that point, you know any mistake there, you are more or less like the last man. There's no point pulling down a player
That
like
is
that.
why he's still a young player. The
Yeah,
inexperience
yeah,
played a part.
I agree. I
Because
agree.
a caliber of
But-
Pull him down. He
Magares.
did not pull him
No,
down.
no.
There was a
The-
cluttering of the feet.
I know.
He didn't
Professional
pull him.
foul. It was a
It's a
professional foul.
professional foul.
No,
It was
because
foul.
that guy
Definitely.
was clear on
Last
goal.
man
So
was foul.
he brought him down.
Juliano
Now-
was clear on goal.
Now, my issue is that you said he's inexperienced. Yes, he might be underage, but or let me say professionally, has not come of age. He's still learning the drill. But at the same time,
How old is he?
It's about
around
18.
no, it should be closer to 20.
He's less than 20.
It's less than
But
20.
it should
it should be closer to 18 now.
he's older
Now-
than 18.
Now, what I'm saying is that this guy, the number of games under his belt for Spanish national team for Barcelona is not small. He has great sample size. He has been playing for this Barca team, I think, since Hansi Flick became the manager. I think he was even part of the squad under Xavi
Javi, yeah.
before Hansi
Hansi
Flick
Flick trusted
took
him,
over.
yes.
So, but Hansi Flick gave him more game time. So, what I'm saying is that this guy has seen it.
Like, with the number of
With the
games
number
he has
of
played,
games that,
you should
you
have the
know,
experience to know that you
To
don't do
know
such
you
things.
don't do these are basics that is being taught.
And
at
this is the
academies.
second red card.
Exactly.
Now,
So this is
that is even if he has had a number of games, you
Yes.
will not take if you not excuse that is a child. Yes, he
Ah,
has
no.
had no. If he has had a number of games, it's because they don't have any experienced person in that
child will
position.
get picking.
No,
When,
okay.
see,
Who
you,
did
you
he
cannot
have?
give
If they-
excuses. When did
if-
Maldini start his own career?
You
at
cannot.
AC Milan?
You see, number one, you have to look
When
at
did Fabio
this.
Cannavaro start his
No,
career?
those are men.
Those are men.
Men.
Yeah,
He's
you cannot
still very young too, so he doesn't have any excuse.
No, for Kubasiba, the number one, the style of play for Barcelona would always play a part in how he would defend because of this their eye line thing.
No. The one thing you are
if I-
forgetting is
Juliano-
that
Elizabeth, thank you for mentioning that eye line. Is Hansi Flick just too stubborn? Because everybody playing Barcelona now, they know that this is what Barcelona is going to do. Everybody's trying to exploit that eye line. And the only thing is just to bypass the eye line. You have enough space
In front of
to
you.
run into. Is Hansi Flick just too stubborn with that his tactics?
It's too stubborn, actually. People are not just saying it because he's winning games. That was the same thing this guy, Amorim, did at Manchester United. The only difference is that he is not winning games. And then Hansi Flick...
show workings.
Exactly, and Hansi Flick is winning games. That's just the difference. It's actually stubborn because when you look at the kind of pacey players Atletico Madrid possessed in that game, there is
Julian
Lookman,
Alvarez, Alexander Solot,
Griezmann, everybody.
Ademola
Even Solot came
Lookman,
off the bench.
Giuliano Simeone.
You cannot name, you just mention a few. So you know that let's go in a way that can we be compact in the defense? Can we be solid? Giuliano Simeone calculated his move before running out. He knew it was
And
not
big credit to Julian Alvarez for seeing that
exactly
pass.
for that free kick. For
seeing the pass, yes.
Seeing the pass to Simeone. He calculated that move very well behind Kubasi. And he knew that if that guy should get through into that close to the 18-yard box, it is a goal already. So he wanted to make a move. Probably he could get something to do as regards that. But alas, it was a bad one for him. Also, there was a red card for that I felt like should have happened. The second yellow for, what's his name? That defender. He got a pass from Musso and then he used his hand to pick that ball. That was, for me, a clear penalty.
And nobody should be naive referee now.
Yes, now, that's the rule. The rule is the rule.
Should be naive referee now.
You pick a ball with your hand in the 18-yard box. That is the rule. You ought to have been given a second yellow for hit and then get a penalty. Because if Barcelona had gotten that penalty, I'm sure they would have scored that ball and the game would have changed. So for me, it was not really balanced and it didn't go in favor of Barcelona.
Ladies and gentlemen,
yes.
I
Sorry,
present...
Damola,
okay.
please. You are reminding us of that incident. Yes, fine. By the rule book, it was a clear infringement and should be carded. Yes, but there was this issue that was involved between this same team just last weekend in the La Liga when a Barca player should have gotten a red card and he didn't get it and
That is the
nobody cried about it.
inconsistency in the referee that has been complaining about over the years.
There's a thing we call about you make your own
So
luck.
you just say there are two gay for.
They will favor you.
And
When
the
you
day
favor
will
you,
collect
collect
am.
When you favor you, he said, this is
Just
a raw
melu.
body.
Just
But I
melu.
That's what
mean,
the thing they
if that penalty was given, I'm sure that Barcelona would have
If,
taken
Ladies and
something.
Barca were giving that red card,
let's
do
give
you
the red card
think
and
they were
penalty.
beating Atletico? No. That's it.
Please, I present to you someone that they call Spider-Man, Julian Alvarez. I
That is
think
brilliant.
this guy is one of the most underrated player currently on planet Earth right now because he can do everything. He can give you the goals, he can do the assists, he can beat his man, and when you need him to score bangers, the free kick yesterday opened up Barcelona and put them under pressure.
Yeah, it was sublime.
It was so
Sublime.
good.
Very good.
Mide, would you take Julian Alvarez in your team right now?
Yes, for all his quality, for how good this guy is, I would.
Let me also remind you, he's one of the few players that has won it all.
Yes,
Everything.
He might
At a
have
young
won.
age.
He might have won it all, but at the same time, I want to say, Julian Alvarez, for how good he is, I won't discredit his talent. I won't discredit how much he has achieved, that he has done in the game. But he's one of the few players that you have problem with where you put them on the pitch. They are a bit problematic.
Is that not a good headache?
No, it's not a good headache because you
Do you want him in your team?
Me, I want him.
Me,
in my
personally-
team. You know, he doesn't
personally-
have the money to buy.
no,
There's
no.
that's why you keep explaining like this. He doesn't have the money to buy.
Stray bullet.
Me,
Who
I
told
have,
who told you
I
Chelsea
have the
doesn't
money
have
to
the
buy.
money?
You have the money, Abi?
and I can afford
Mide,
it.
do you have the money?
We have the money. We have more than
If
half
you
the
don't
Go
money.
and
get
buy
money,
now.
No, we can
hide
buy
your
him.
face.
With your one year shadow ban.
No, it's
Go
not
say,
shadow ban.
let me-
At least get
Alvarez.
your facts right.
Mide,
I want
Mide, can you sign players now?
Julian Alvarez.
We can sign players.
I want
Can you sign them?
Yes,
Transfer
yes.
window.
Chelsea can sign players.
Do you have the money to buy the player?
Chelsea can sign players. You get your facts right. Chelsea were banned to not to buy players under the age of 20, academy players. We were banned for 9 months not to buy academy players, not transfers.
You
We
have the
allowed-
money, right?
Chelsea have to see.
We'll go
get
into
your-
summer
get-
together.
Of course, now.
Let's see.
Chelsea and Arsenal cannot go head to head for one player and you beat Chelsea.
Oh,
Yes, no,
with
we
your
have
European with your conference
we
league.
have the cabinet to show for it. No,
With your
don't-
conference league.
No,
Let's go
look at
somewhere
my
now.
badge in the
You
badge
know-
on my chest now.
Mide, you
World
know what?
champion. I'm still your
I'm
world
already
champion.
eyeing
I'm your world
Alvarez already,
champion.
and he's in the
You can
news.
eye him.
Hello.
See, I'm more
Now,
than
let's
I'm
go
more than
for
agree that
midfielder.
you
Hello.
fit him better as Arsenal.
Old
For
sticker.
Why didn't you want him?
No,
You
you see,
cannot
he's the
afford
kind of
him.
player that you don't get.
Thank you very much. Julian Alvarez has actually distinguished himself. And like we were discussing before, the eye line was actually what resulted in the second goal. Because what I noticed Atletico Madrid did well was to concentrate the play on one side of the pitch
And switch play.
and switch play to the other side of the pitch. By the time they are switching play to the other side of the pitch, the player that is free is onside. And that was what resulted in the second goal for Alexander Solot. It was almost unmarked. It was free. He could react easily to score the second goal. Now, the question is, Barcelona have been known to create history over time. Yes, and one of their most famous wins was the 6-1 win against PSG. But this time around, they are going to Atletico Madrid. Can Barcelona do the Ramontada that someone called Ramontonda? Can they do it again?
Well, this is football and this is what they are known for. You know, they believe in themselves. That is one thing I fancy about the players. You see these La Masia players, they always believe that we can do it. And then Gerard Martin mentioned it. Arao mentioned it. So many of the players mentioned it that don't worry, we have the capacity, we have the attacking prowess to do it. But sometimes when games like this come up, you need an experienced player. Like you need somebody an experienced player to do it. You need somebody that that can make a way for you where there seems no way. Someone like Rafinha. That is why it was greatly missed yesterday. Because if you were to be in that match, know how, you will want to trust him to to get you at least a goal or something in that match. He himself, he can do something. He can carry a ball, create anything, do any magic for them. So in the second leg, I see it's going to be an interesting
Will it be
one.
available for second leg?
It will not be available. So that's why I'm saying that in the second leg, I don't think it is possible because they're going away to Metropolitano. And that is where Atletico Madrid will want to do everything.
Mide, Atletico Madrid have shown themselves to want to pack the bus. In fact, yesterday, I was screaming and shouting at the players like, you guys you have one man advantage. Barcelona even looked like the better team despite being a man down.
Yeah.
Will Atletico packing the bus be the beginning of their loss if they do that at the Wando Metropolitano?
I don't think it will be a problem. Do you know why? Prior to that game yesterday, the qualification percentage for each team was, I think, 63 for Barca
Barcelona.
and 37 for Atletico. And with that result, it's now 17% for Barca and 83
Three.
for
Atletico Madrid.
Atletico. Now, looking at that game, with a 2-goal advantage to take home,
Clean sheet.
you are,
Shit.
it doesn't really count nowadays because
what I'm
issue
trying to
of
say- what
I get like the issue of away goal. That is
I'm
why
not talking about the away goal. I mean,
that is why
they
clean
have-
sheet is
they
just
have, before Barcelona can even think of mounting a comeback.
that's
they
I
still
said
need
a
to score
2-goal
two goals
advantage.
first.
Yes,
Two
I
goals.
understand. So 2-goal advantage into the second leg. Now in the second leg they'll be like, okay, we have nothing to, we don't have to go extraordinary. No, let's just play our normal game. Frustrate these people as much as we can, because when you frustrate Barca, that is when they tend to, one, it will increase their panic. They will panic because they want
And
to
as the
throw,
game wears on,
and it will give as the game stays the same, the more worried they will become, and the more relaxed Atletico. And don't forget that they are
Will be.
playing in front of their fans. That is the kicker for
That's
me.
the- and
Against
it's-
in the Copa del Rey when they faced and they knocked out Barca, they won at home
4 goals to
convincingly.
nil.
Now
Yes.
they lost at because it
At
was
Camp
the
Nou.
second leg was at Camp Nou.
Camp Nou.
Now they have the luxury of having that second leg
At
at
home.
home.
At home.
So now that is where I think they would
So
actually
the home
have an
advantage you
advantage.
actually
Would
play.
actually-
Yes, to play a part.
Diego Simeone has
Definitely.
shown himself to be a difficult nut to crack.
at home.
At home.
Yes,
You
yes.
can do anything to him away.
Yes, he will
But
give it to
in
you.
his own house. But that place, I can sincerely say that the one
It's not looking good for
It's
Barca.
not look-
Is-
It's
I
not
don't
looking
even think
for
so.
Barca.
It's a
Barca.
fortress.
And we, especially with one of Kubasi is their best defender, center
Yes.
defender, and he's out. Do you get me? So I cannot imagine the prospect of Araujo in that line. It could be a bloodbath.
Well, I'm proud to announce to you that your predictions yesterday were wrong.
Of course, I know, but
You know,
in a way, I can still take pride.
In a way, well, which pride?
I can still take
can't
pride
take
in my
pride.
predictions.
Oh,
The
yeah,
only
yeah,
thing
yeah,
for
Yes,
me
I
is-
Your
said
predictions were wrong.
I said PSG 2-1.
Everybody expected PSG to beat
No.
you.
Yes.
She said 3-1. I said I was
you're
not
trying to say that
because
your
It should
prediction
have
is
been more
closer.
than that.
Eh, no,
I think I'll even give it to Elizabeth. Elizabeth has 2 goals difference.
no, I said
No.
no.
Eh,
I
it have been more
believe
than
that
that. Do
PSG
you
is
know?
going to score 2. Shake it. I didn't see where I got it wrong was Liverpool scoring.
Okay.
I didn't know they
Actually
would
give them a
do that bad.
Okay.
I was thinking actually,
And then
but where I got
this
it wrong was that
ticket
Barca.
too.
Mide,
Yes.
Elizabeth, thanks for coming.
Yes.
We really enjoyed the show.
No one.
Please
It's a
remember
pleasure.
to follow us on all our social media handles at Scrutiny NG, Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok. Yes, like they say, tick 6 o'clock, tick. What you have to do quick. Yes. Don't forget to follow us on our YouTube channel too at Scrutiny NG. Please like, subscribe, comment. Yes, we'll be there with you in the comment section to reply all your banters, those. You can face them, don't worry. Anything you have in your mind, say it. I remain your host, Ade Damola. See you next time.